Hi everyone, welcome to my very first video on makeup. I haven't got much ambition in terms of putting any tutorials or anything. I just want to share with you my experience. I know on the internet there's quite a lot of various reviews and tutorials, and mainly done by very young, lovely, beautiful girls. I absolutely love looking at Beauty's World, Sophie. I can't remember her name, Sophie and Tati and many others, and they're absolutely beautiful young girls with superb skin. But I thought I will do more for my age category, which is unfortunately around 50. Anyone is welcome, of course, but let's see what I'm. Today is a very difficult day for me because I decided to broadcast myself with absolutely no makeup on, but that's the whole thing. This is the purpose, and I try to do to show you how to do makeup. Today is weekend, Sunday. Sun isn't so bright, so light is very good, and it's absolutely only daylight I'm using. So I think what's important is to remember daylight is most unforgiving, and you need to adjust what you do for the daylight or evening makeup. And I know everybody knows that anyway. So my first picture I showed you is how my dressing table looks like. Not entirely, but when I get you get to know me better, I'll share with you my most intimate drawers which are for makeup, and the way I organize. But from the first shot you probably saw I've got just lipsticks and pencils and brushes, and drawers are for eyes, for top one for eyes only, and some foundations, and the bottom one is just face, or middle drawer, just face, blushes, foundations, powder, etc., etc. So let's start. The first and most important thing for everyone, and I know you all know that, is to have really good skincare routine. So what I use during the day is, once I had a shower, I use Dior as a day cream, and I absolutely love Perfectionist Estee Lauder. I need to learn how to. Okay, and it depends on what type of foundation I'm using. It's very warm here today. What type of foundation I'm using is whether or not I would use Idealist Estee Lauder, which I also love very much. It's superb, superb finish to the skin. So let's look at the foundations first of all, and I'll share with you my recent discovery. I absolutely love that. So I've got quite a few. My always favorite at all times is Dior Star, and for my skin tone is number 20. I also quite love the formula of Charlotte Tilbury, and I've got Wonder Glow and foundation. I think mine is in number 4. But what I found with this is that it's quite oily. So if your skin is quite dry and you sort of in the more mature category, that probably is the best for you. And also those who experience cold winters, is very, very good. It stays on, and it's a really kind to the skin formula. Actually, it's very light as well, though it's quite oily. I find it oily, it's still very light. So as you see, that is empty almost, and a very nice nude air formula as well, but it is quite liquidy. I don't like applying it. You have to put your face up and hold it so it doesn't leak. But I haven't got any foundation on, and I'm going to show you what I'm using. There is also one I quite appreciate it, but it's also quite wintry, I think, formula, Estee Lauder, but I have to wear it with double wear, that is, and my color is almond. Um, It's quite heavy for me, but it depends on what you want. If you want better coverage and maybe winter time, so that's for me as well. I bought this at Heathrow one day, some time ago, Capture Total, and it's very expensive. It was about £50, but it's got both cream and foundation in, so that's quite good formula, and this stays probably longest of all of those. My recent discovery and my love current is Goulian meteorites formula, which they also sell at Heathrow. I haven't seen them in some shops, but probably they are in certain. So it is almost like liquidy formula of those absolutely beautiful. They're actually quite old. They're definitely over 2 years, and they still have the same superb tone. They give you that illumination in your skin, and they're just so beautiful. And this is a liquid version of that. I never thought it's possible. I thought about that some time ago, and I thought this is just so. I'm going to apply this, and this is where we start actual daily routine tutorial. I think one of the most important things is to make sure you got. I had my hair clip here. To make sure that you haven't got any hair hanging over on your face. So we will do this as I actually always do. So forgive some roughness, but that's honest. This is honest video without any frills. So let's just do, got my mirror here so you'll see me. Okay, I like using brushes for certain occasions, but actually I like using fingers. And you see probably with the daylight, this gives you a really nice sort of light reflection. Don't forget to do your neck. Your neck is always very sort of gives you age away. And I know younger beautiful girls might just say, well, what? But when you get to 50, you know that. You will know that. So, and by the way, any skin routine, either you use bio oil or you use any oils or day cream, night cream, always goes there. So face and neck is the same. We probably will get to the stage in our life when we have to wear scarves like this to hide it, but not yet. So I'm happy with my. Okay, so this is the foundation, and it gives really lovely glow. I think it does, and it's deserves. But with fair skin tone like mine, you probably need, and I definitely need bronzer, especially in summer, and definitely need blusher. But I'll show you what I use. There's some face sculpturing needs to be done as well because of the certain things. Gravity does its own. When you get to a certain age, it gets there. Things that need to be a little bit without plastic surgery. Okay, so that's foundation done. And while foundation is settling, well, key is never to put any blusher or bronzer or anything straight on. It does need time to set. My all times problem is my brows because as you can see I'm blonde. I'm natural blonde. I do highlight my hair, but generally it's blonde nature, and therefore I have problematic brows because they are just not there. They're just not there. So I have only a few, maybe 2, 3 little products for brows, and I'll show you my favorites. Favorite is I think it's Blonde Architect or something that's called, number 10 by Chanel. I'll go this way, I think. Sorry, that way. And the other one is Dior with a very good precision. I'm still learning the balance because it looks like a mirror, not mirror, but it's reverse effect of the camera, so I sometimes move the wrong way around, so forgive me for that. I'll get used to it. So this is absolutely superb product, because that makes it very precise, and you can literally construct your own brows as you want. So what I will do, and that's something you kind of know what to do. You got these dots, then you got this dot there. Especially helps when you can't see your brows at all, and these dots. So the 3 dots to get the actual shape. So you'd have that more or less straight. Everyone's got their own preference, of course, and it doesn't need to be the same shape or the same sort of way for everyone, but that is this is my pencil. I use this today. I really love it, and I don't really use it every day. It's very small, very thin, but you know, it does give this really nice precise picture as you want. This one almost non-existent. You can see I do have hair there, but it's not very okay. I think my lighting is a little bit I'm trying to do daylight, but we'll see how it goes with them. Okay, so that's that. Next is primer. Primer is very important because primer for my eyeshadows is important because it holds it. It really holds it, and it needs to hold it throughout the day. So I buy only high-end makeup anyway. I think I probably can put this back again now, so it doesn't really look so. Okay. So the primer holds, and I got a few primers, and what I do with time, I will do review of every product I can, because I think when someone's interested in primers only, or just in foundation or lipstick, I'll definitely do lipsticks. I have got over 30, and nail polishes, so this will definitely come, and I would love to share with you experience and my thoughts. Okay, primer. So primer for eyes. I use very well known, and I got it like this, eye primer, because it's MAC, because the color pot or paint pot, as they call it, it looks in exactly the same package, and so it's really difficult to. I just wish they did a bit of a, something there, so you can identify. So that's the one. What I don't like about it is quite shimmery, and shimmery makes it like eyeshadow on its own. So I also like using very much. I've got Touche Eclair. I probably need to move this, I'm sorry. Touche Eclair could be used as a primer on its own, which is really, really good. I also use, I've got two, number 1 and 2. I like Estee Lauder, not as much because it's more of the, like a, more watery, I think, for me. And I've got a couple of others which deserve definitely mentioning. Absolutely love Helena Rubinstein, because that's what you use for, and it does grip on. And also, it's not my favorite, but I still use it, but I can't find it. And yes, I have Bobbi Brown. So Bobbi Brown is quite matte, and it does. I don't think it holds it as good as MAC, but MAC is a bit shimmery, so I'm kind of depends. But today I will use just Touche Eclair, just in the interest of time. So it goes. I'm finishing this one. I've got another one yet. So it goes in, and you do not rub anything around eye area, because with age it gets even worse. When you're very young you can probably get away with it, but that's what it is. That's all it does. You just tap it on lightly and it gives light reflection. So we're getting there. We're looking a little bit better now than a few minutes ago. So then there's the second eye. Oh, it's so annoying today. It's never so bad, my hair. But today I think I probably tried too much to look decent and overdone it a bit. So that just gives you a really nice sort of starting point for your eyeshadows. Eyeshadows for me, with time, become a less of an issue. I guess I've been through a stage with really, really bright colors and really high definition, so to say. I'm not really so keen on it now. I think it doesn't look too nice when makeup sits on you. You shouldn't be wearing it, but it should just enhance your natural features, and therefore I've got quite a collection of Urban Decay Naked. I've got all three of those, and I also absolutely love, never thought I will, Bay Minerals, and it travels with me everywhere, and it's got most of natural colours in it. Some of them I used quite a lot, some of them not, but that is brilliant. So I will use probably Naked today because it's got a bit of more option, and that one as well. This palette is good. So this one is more gold. Naked 2 is more silver. That's a light. And though they have a lot of similar colors, and my favorite one is Naked 3. I think it's probably it's the first one I bought, and it kind of answers all of my needs, meets all of my needs. I'm just changing music. I don't know how to put music on the background in video. I will learn. I'll do it better next time, but for the time being it's just something there. Okay, so you've got here quite a choice, and I think the first thing is to do foundation anyway. So that's what you do. This is like a dry primer that goes on the top of that. This gives a colors, it's more natural, more natural color to the shadow, and also it holds better. It helps to hold. If you put this on the top of Touche Eclair or any other primer, it will stay, I promise. Then I use the same brush, but another one is to do the crease. The importance of the crease is impossible to underestimate, and especially if you have, with age, we have this sort of eyelid dropping down a bit, so I've got it. Some days I do, some days I don't, so I'm hopefully not so bad yet. But and the best thing is not to overdo it, make it natural, and the best thing is to, here, I mean, the light is not superb, but you can see the shadow, how it goes, and the makeup is actually to hide all of our flaws, and to use this as a, so I use it in this mirror. Only natural, but there will be more. I will do different colors tutorials, I think, on eyes, because eyes deserve that. I think before people look at our lips and anything else, and our jewelry and anything, they look at our eyes, and I think eyes is that what presents you anyway, to the outside world, and this is how people see you. Okay, so that's just a little bit more than I usually would put, because it goes sort of gone over the boundaries a bit, but the most important is crease, and I do follow Charlotte Tilbury's tips quite a bit. So yeah, that's the easiest way. Don't worry too much with going around with your hand. It's just the precise position for your arm, and then you go around with them like wipers, and then you can add whatever you want. So now we look at more look at the actual liner for the eyes. I think it is important to have it, but not to overdo it, so it doesn't look sharp, and sharp lines will make you very old, looking older than than you are. So I use pencils first, and then I use to add on. I use more defined color for eyeshadow. So pencils, and this is my recent discovery. I always used to use Dior, and Dior is one of my, well, it's my best, most favorite brand anyway. But I've got some pencils I want to share with you, and also to give you tips on how to use eyeliner from the makeup palette. So the first and upmost, especially if you're tired, this is Chanel for waterline. So that makes your eyes, sorry, eyes a little bit lighter. So that goes on the waterline and it makes it a bit more awake. And some people have pink eyes, so it makes it, this makes it more sort of natural. Okay, pencils. My discovery is Gucci, and I never treated Gucci seriously in terms of makeup. I always thought, okay, bags and whatever, clothes. But actually, Gucci pencils are so impossibly beautiful. They stay on. They are waterproof. They're not grease proof, so if your skin is still oily and it's quite moisturized, you may have a problem with having them on, holding on for many hours. But if you do this primer and then you put some dry eyeshadow, this will stay on. And I promise you, yesterday I did the same thing about 10 o'clock in the morning, and 11 o'clock at night I looked at myself and I still had this on, and it's not harsh. But we work through. So I've got three colors. I've got blue, dark green, which is beautiful color, and I've got brown. So I use brown quite a lot, and I also have a pencil which I love. This is by Dolce Gabbana, and this one has got a little shimmer in it. So I use this on the top, but I have that Gucci first. My favorite at all times is Dior, but I'm kind of struggling with this a little bit because that goes off, but Gucci stays on. So that's my absolute recommendation for Gucci pencil. Okay, so let's do this. It's very soft. It's very soft. My sister told me, she's a bit older than me, and she said, I don't use pencils anymore because my skin goes all over the place. I think the key thing is to use quality product with a good formula and use right skincare on your eyes as well as the rest of the face. So that gives a little bit better definition now to your eye. And I always do the bottom one, but the bottom one needs to be soft. And you don't have to use pencil if you don't want to. You're worried about being quite harsh, but certainly you can use just eyeshadow for that. So this, for some reason, I always start from the bottom. It's probably easier. So it's not harsh. And now top lid. Charlotte Tilbury tells. She's very clever with how to make your eyes a little bit more open, awake. So she says to put a dot here. And then it kind of feels weird because you seem to have, as you're going through 3/4, to go up. And I thought, why would I do this? Because my eyes are kind of open anyway. But that makes sense because when you look at what I do now, you lift it up a bit, go up to that dot, and then link them. And when you actually look, eye is even more open, so it's more awake, and it's a very good tip. For some reason, I have difficulty with this side, more, I need more emphasis. But I think as we get older, we all have our little quirky things coming through. You get used to it, and you have to do your best. Okay, so these are two eyes which I feel quite open and awake. And frankly, for day-to-day daily makeup, I probably wouldn't do much more. But what I don't like here now is my, it's kind of a bit sharp, and it needs to be softened up a bit. So what I do, first of all, that Dolce Gabbana pencil I told you about, it adds on a bit of a glitter there, which is very, very beautiful. It's just such a beautiful color with very fine. You probably won't see it. I mean, it's very well seen in the evening light, not in the daylight. But and then I use I'm going to take the scarf off. Actually, it's getting a bit warm, so I want it just to look very presentable with but it's kind of very warm. And then we have this darkest of the shade of Naked palette, and I know what's wrong. I use mirror other way around, so I need magnifying. That's better now. I can see what I'm doing. And it goes on. This got its own shimmer as well, and it's kind of make it softer. Though it's dark, but there is no sharp line. Also, of course, these pencils, they all have rubber on the other end, and you can do a little bit of smudge like that. Or I just use a brush. Okay, so those are eyes done. I wouldn't add on any other color to the natural if I wear natural or neutral colors. I do, however, use, if I wear, say, pink or something categorically different, or bright blue, royal blue, actually eyeliner bright brown brings your blue eyes up, brings up. But for the purpose of color coordination, I use quite a lot of different eyeshadows. So you can see this one has been loved quite a bit, Dior, and many others. I've got about 8 or maybe 8 Dior palettes for all sort of occasions. So I'm not going to use green now, but all I'm just we do a separate one on eyes, I think. But for this is just enough to have what I think I've done for today. Anyway, and then mascara, as we would, but makeup is settled. I mean, the foundation is settled now. So let's do a little bit on the face. I've learned from Elena Krigina, from her blogs, those who understand Russian, what she's using for face sculpture. This is MAC. This is MAC in Harmony, and this is probably one of the best products. I love MAC Cosmetic generally, but one of the best products that actually gives you the, you know, shape of a face which you really want without making it look like you've got this done. So basically it's got natural shadow color, and this natural shadow color goes like that. So it's not brown, it's not pink, it's just shadow. And that's for sculpturing. That's not bronzing. It's not, sorry, bronzing. It's not a blusher by any means. It's not blusher. This is what you use to remove or hide your unperfectness. And it goes there. So a lot of time people wouldn't know that you have this because it's actually just so natural. And follow the hollow. Okay, so that's done. That's sculpture not of the face, not too much in terms of it's not like architecture of the face, but it's something that gives you shape you want. I wish it was a little bit, but that's it. That's life. And now I do like bronzers. Bronzers are beautiful to bring your face to life, give it that holiday look, a little bit of you know, color as well. So I use a very soft brush, that's MAC brush, very soft. Always shake off the excess, otherwise it looks tricky. And literally just go all over your face with this. It's not perfect makeup. It's for some reason it doesn't sit, and my hair annoyed me immensely today, and I think I've overdone it. I was trying to make it nice, but anyway. So that's bronzer, and it doesn't even look like I've done the bronzing. So it shouldn't have. People shouldn't see things on you. They should be just you, but better you, enhanced. And this is the key to makeup, especially if you hit sort of 50 and plus. People shouldn't, oh, she looks like really real cheap, overdone makeup, unless of course it's evening or you have some separate event. Okay, now with blushes I have two. I haven't got many. I don't use much of them. I absolutely love the quality of Dior, that palette nude. However, I don't like this. That comes separately. So why didn't they do this in a nice, maybe flatter? I don't know, but that's the way it is. And this is what puts me off. I don't travel with this anymore. I travel with Chanel, which is smells of rose, that rosy blusher, and a really soft brush. It's so, and it smells and it feels better. And I'm sorry, I feel like betraying Dior, but it's the way it is. This, I think, is a failure. This is somewhere sitting in your drawer. You don't travel with this unless you have the little box or a little bag for it, but I don't know. So, but I put this as I've put it on. So blusher doesn't go there. This is for your definition of your face form. A blusher goes as blusher should go on the places. If you imagine yourself running in a very fresh day, or if you ever experienced a real proper continental winters where you get pink things on your face, so this is where the blusher goes. It makes it makes you look like a healthy glow with it's like you just had a run, basically. So to do this, you smile and you put it on your, as I call it, apple of your face. That's where it goes. It also goes there because that's where you, to some degree, this. And I'll put a bit on there as well as, okay? So that's it. That's it. You don't use a lot of it. It shouldn't look like you've been with a beetroot, you know, like they used to do in old days, I'm sure. And so we come into mascara now, and it will be end of our today, every day. Oh, lipstick, of course. And mascara I bought for everyday L'Oreal, but my still favorite of all times is Dior Show, and that is just gives you definition, it gives you length, it gives you basically everything you want. I quite like Estee Lauder. I didn't like Gucci. I was given as a tester, but I think for today I just probably use that daily mascara. Which when it finishes, I go back to Dior Show. I think it's best of them. Givenchy is really nice. Givenchy is equally good to Dior Show, so I'm torn between the two. Well, not that I suffer, but I think I pick up which is tested over years. So mascara always need to go on the top of your eyelashes first, because that gives you body and color. Okay. So as you noticed, there's nothing unusual about makeup for every day. It's kind of, I think, keep a balance right. Don't overdo it. Remember that the daylight is unforgiving. Oops, one of the things, and this is the ones I really like, the wooden little double-sided. So when things go wrong, they're easy to use. Okay, so I got some. Okay, now lipstick. I will do separate. I will do separate review on lipsticks because they worth doing this, and there are people, a lot of people looking at daily lipsticks, evening lipsticks, and just review. I've got about 30 from a range, sort of lower range mark. I don't know why I say lower range because they are superb quality. They're not very expensive, and I think where they save money on volume and packaging. Their packaging is never fancy, not like Christian Louboutin. I'm gonna show you in a minute, but actually it stays on. It's about 15 or 16 pounds, I think, lipstick, but it doesn't. It's not worse than sorry, it's not worse than any of the high-end lipsticks like Dior or Chanel or Christian Louboutin. So I got different colors. They're pretty similar. They're light. I'll show you this. The ones I got. So that would be probably everyday lipstick. I bought this recently, and I know it's very expensive, but it's £65. But it's, I think the packaging and the name, of course, you pay for the brand. Having said that, quality is irresistible. Quality is so superb. And I don't even know what I like more, actually, how it looks or how it feels on your lips. It's very it's satin range. They do in shine, satin, and in matte. I haven't managed to get matte color in the matte finish in the color I wanted, so I bought satin, but it sits superb. And I had it a few days ago now. I bought it, and the color actually stays on. You have food, you have drink, sips of water. I had beer yesterday, and it still stays on. And I think it's worth spending if you have a color that you need. The actual formula is superb. It's very kind to your lips. You don't even feel you wear lipstick, so I would stick to that if you have, if you can. I have quite a few others, but I think we'll do. Don't keep your time anymore. I think we go through all my lipsticks later, and later on today I will be doing nail polishes review. So thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.